What if the biggest reason for weak circulation and performance after 60 isn't your age but what you put on your plate within minutes of waking up? Imagine a tiny overlooked food in your kitchen that could flip your mornings from sluggish to energized without pills or complicated routines. And what if I told you that nearly every man over 60 is unknowingly making the same breakfast mistake, sabotaging blood flow right where it matters most? Seniors, let's cut through the noise. Weak erections and sluggish circulation aren't always about aging. More often than not, they're about what's on your fork within the first 10 minutes of your day. I've seen it time and again, a silent breakfast trap that slowly strangles blood flow to your most vital areas. And here's the kicker, 99% of men over 60 make this same mistake every single morning. Here's what shocks my patients the most: your morning meal either fuels healthy circulation to the groin or gradually shuts it down. Day after day, that choice adds up. But the real surprise? Most men completely overlook one simple, powerful food that could change the game. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now, ignored and underused. I'm Dr. Nana, a men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience. I've helped thousands of seniors dismantle this hidden trap, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your breakfast into a powerful tool for restoring vitality. Big Pharma wants you to believe the solution is in a pill bottle, but the truth is, your body already knows how to heal. All it needs are the right tools. And those tools aren't prescriptions, they're in 4 specific foods you can start eating tomorrow morning. In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly what they are: common, affordable, and life-changing when used correctly. We're talking stronger blood flow, resilient pelvic muscle tissue, and renewed confidence. No side effects, just your body working for you again. And food number 3, my patients report feeling its impact faster than anything else, some in under a week. Stick with me, because near the end I'll explain why it's so powerful. If you're ready to reclaim vitality where it counts, hit subscribe and tap that bell. Every week here on Senior Health Boost, we break down science-backed strategies for living your strongest years after 60. Seniors, drop a 1 in the comments if this resonates or a O if it doesn't. I read them all. Now, let's get started. Here's the surprise. Just 2 tablespoons of black beans in the morning can support healthier blood flow right where you need it most. This small serving delivers a powerful trio: L-arginine, magnesium, and anthocyanins, nutrients your body uses to open up blood vessels and improve circulation throughout the pelvic region. If you've been dealing with tight, cramping leg muscles, sluggish circulation, or those frustrating moments when things just don't respond the way they used to, the problem might go back to what's missing from your breakfast. Too many men your age skip breakfast entirely or grab something quick and empty, maybe a slice of toast or just coffee. That might feel convenient, but it does nothing to support nitric oxide production, the natural chemical your body needs to relax blood vessels and keep pelvic muscles strong. By your 60s, your nitric oxide levels have already dropped significantly. That means the smooth muscle tissue in your groin isn't getting the oxygen-rich blood flow it once did, leading to less energy, weaker firmness, and more circulation problems than you'd like to admit. Black beans can help reverse that, naturally. And no, they're not just gas-producing carbs. With proper preparation, like soaking them overnight or using a pressure cooker, black beans are gentle on the stomach and powerful for your health. Nutritionally, black beans are richer in essential amino acids than many so-called protein bars on store shelves. They also bring a big bonus: high fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar and keeps digestion smooth. No crashes, no spikes. Dr. Defonka Hernandez, a leading vascular researcher, recently published findings showing that just a couple of tablespoons of black beans can raise nitric oxide levels to levels comparable with low-dose prescription vasodilators. That's right, something as basic as a properly prepared spoonful of beans can help your body do what drug companies charge a fortune for. Here's how black beans work inside your body to restore blood flow where it matters most. They're packed with L-arginine, a critical amino acid that kicks off a powerful chain reaction. So, we've just uncovered how a humble 2 tablespoons of black beans at breakfast can quietly unlock healthier blood flow, revive energy, and bring back the kind of firmness and confidence most men think they've lost for good. Now, let's look deeper at how this works inside your body and why it's such a powerful first step in restoring circulation. Once black beans make their way into your system, they release L-arginine, a vital amino acid that sets off a chain reaction. L-arginine activates an enzyme called N-endothelial nitric oxide synthase. This enzyme sends a clear signal to your blood vessels: relax, widen, and let more oxygen-rich blood flow freely. And that's exactly what happens: more circulation to your groin, your legs, and every area where blood flow tends to slow down as you get older. But L-arginine isn't the only hero here. Black beans are also loaded with anthocyanins, those deep-colored plant compounds that not only fight inflammation but regulate how your body produces nitric oxide. Why does that matter? Because too much inflammation is like sludge in your pipes. It clogs things up, even if your body is trying to send more blood through. Anthocyanins act like a natural balancing system, making sure the nitric oxide you produce actually reaches the tissues that need it most. Then there's the soluble fiber in black beans, another quiet game changer. Soluble fiber binds to excess LDL cholesterol, the sticky kind that builds up along your artery walls, making them narrower and less flexible. Over time, this buildup raises resistance in your circulatory system, making it harder for blood to move where it needs to go, especially during physical activity or intimate moments. Removing that extra cholesterol is like clearing debris from a river so the water can flow freely again. And we can't forget the natural antioxidants in black beans, like ferulic acid and caffeic acid. These protect your blood vessels from oxidative stress, the kind of microscopic damage that slowly erodes vessel health over time. This protection means you're not just producing nitric oxide, you're preserving it, so it stays active longer, giving your circulation a sustained boost instead of a quick spike. Within just a few weeks of adding black beans regularly, many men notice real changes: warmer hands and feet, fewer nighttime leg cramps, and more reliable firmness in the mornings. That's your circulation coming back online, not just in your limbs, but also in the pelvic region where strong blood flow is essential for masculine health. Don't just take my word for it. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retired school teacher, started adding a spoonful of black beans to his oatmeal 3 mornings a week. After just 1 month, he told me he could finally walk the full length of the golf course again without that heavy, dead leg fatigue that used to force him into the cart halfway through. But the part that made his eyes light up? He said mornings were starting to feel normal again. No pills, no pressure, just steady progress. Now, a quick word on using black beans the smart way. If your diet hasn't included much fiber-rich food lately, start small, about a 1/4 cup to give your digestive system time to adjust. Always rinse them well before cooking. This washes away oligosaccharides, the natural compounds that can cause gas in some people. If you have gout, keep portions modest. Black beans contain purines, which may trigger flare-ups in sensitive individuals. And if you're on blood thinners, pay attention to your vitamin K intake. While black beans aren't especially high in vitamin K, it's still worth tracking as part of your overall care routine. The bottom line? Something as simple as a spoonful of beans can bring noticeable strength back to your thighs, warmth to your extremities, and confidence to your step. This isn't a quick chemical trick, it's the power of real, natural food, grown in the soil and recognized by your body as fuel it can use immediately. Now, let's move on to the second powerhouse breakfast in our circulation boosting plan. This one is creamy, satisfying, and nutrient-dense, designed not only to improve the elasticity of your blood vessels but also to help your testosterone work more efficiently. It's a warm bowl of steel-cut oats, topped with toasted almond flakes and pre-hydrated chia seeds. At first glance, it might look like comfort food, but it's actually targeted nutrition for your arteries. I call this part 2 of the circulation quartet, 4 strategic foods that work together to restore blood flow where it matters most. Why does it work so well? Because it gives your body 3 things it needs first thing in the morning: steady, slow-burning energy, support for muscle maintenance, and nutrients that actively repair your blood vessels. Here's the problem. Many men I meet skip breakfast altogether, heading straight for a black coffee and nothing else. It might feel efficient, but your body reads that routine very differently. Without morning nutrition, cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes, your muscles tighten, your blood vessels constrict, and by mid-morning, you're running on fumes. That second or third cup of coffee? It's not boosting your stamina, it's masking fatigue while the underlying issues continue unchecked: poor blood sugar control and bad nutrient timing. Others grab a quick pastry or sugary cereal, which sends blood sugar on a roller coaster ride, up fast, down hard, leaving you exhausted by noon. You deserve better than that. Instead of skipping breakfast or reaching for sugar-laden processed foods, you can prepare a nourishing, 5-minute bowl of steel-cut oatmeal topped with toasted almonds and a spoonful of chia seeds that you've soaked overnight in water. This combination gives you lasting fuel, essential fatty acids, plant-based protein, and antioxidants all in one simple meal. We've just seen how black beans can jumpstart your circulation first thing in the morning. Now let's talk about another breakfast upgrade: a warm, creamy bowl of steel-cut oats topped with toasted almond flakes and chia seeds that can keep that blood flow steady well past lunchtime. This simple swap can completely change how your body feels before lunch. Instead of giving yourself a quick sugar rush followed by a crash, you're fueling up with complex carbohydrates that release energy slowly and steadily. The chia seeds add fiber, protein, and hydration, which helps slow digestion and keep you feeling strong. The almond flakes bring healthy fats and magnesium, two essentials for both muscle strength and healthy blood vessels. But the real star here is the steel-cut oats. They're packed with a special fiber called beta-glucan, which binds to LDL cholesterol and helps carry it out of your system. Clinical trials have shown that just one bowl a day can lower LDL by as much as 10% in 4 weeks. When cholesterol levels drop, your arteries can open wider, allowing stronger, steadier blood flow to the parts of your body that depend on healthy circulation to work at their best. What makes chia especially powerful for circulation is its content of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Studies show that ALA can reduce arterial stiffness and lower blood pressure, even in people with metabolic syndrome. This effect isn't just subtle, it's measurable. Chia seeds also have a gentle diuretic effect, helping your body release excess fluid through the kidneys. This reduces the pressure your heart has to push against, making circulation more efficient and delivering oxygen-rich blood to your limbs and pelvic floor with less strain. One of my patients, a 64-year-old accountant living with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, made a simple change. He swapped his sugary box cereal for this oatmeal almond chia combination. After 8 weeks, his lab results told a clear story. His endothelial progenitor cells, your body's natural blood vessel repair crew, doubled in number, and his insulin resistance dropped by 12%. But the result that meant the most to him, as he put it, "My confidence in the bedroom came back before my lab results did." That's the kind of feedback I hear again and again. A few smart tips for preparation: soak chia seeds overnight in water or unsweetened almond milk. Dry chia seeds expand quickly and can cause discomfort if eaten dry. Oats are naturally gluten-free, but if you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, make sure yours are certified gluten-free. Some people may still react to avenin, a protein in oats. Almond flakes are rich in magnesium and polyphenols, but also calorie-dense. Stick to no more than 2 tablespoons if you're watching your weight. What you've built here isn't just breakfast, it's vascular rehabilitation through food. The soluble fiber in oats helps sweep LDL cholesterol out of your arteries, while chia seeds and almonds provide the healthy fats, minerals, and plant compounds that protect vessel walls and keep them flexible. With black beans building your nitric oxide foundation, and oats, almonds, chia working to repair, protect, and fuel your vessels, you've already got 2 major pieces of the circulation puzzle in place. Now, let's add a drink that can take those benefits even further without pills, powders, or complicated routines. The polyphenols in oats and almonds help repair the inner lining of your arteries, while the hydrating, anti-inflammatory effect of chia seeds keeps blood flowing smoothly, especially in those areas where circulation makes a direct difference in how you feel each day. This isn't just breakfast. Think of it as a software update for your body, delivered in edible form. Before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite heart and vessel-friendly oatmeal topping? Do you add cinnamon, berries, cacao nibs, or something else? Share it in the comments. I read every single one, and your ideas might help someone else build better habits. Now, let's talk about green tea specifically, high-quality sencha. One of my patients, Archie, is 72. Sharp-minded, still does crossword puzzles in pen, but came to me with a frustration. He hadn't told anyone. His stamina and drive, especially in the bedroom, were fading. He didn't want medication. He wanted to feel like himself again. When I looked at his daily routine, one thing stood out: he was drinking soda every afternoon for a pick-me-up. I asked him to swap it for one simple drink, a hot cup of sencha green tea. 3 weeks later, Archie walked in smiling. "Doc," he said, "my kettle's cheaper than Viagra." You might think green tea is just flavored water with a little caffeine, but that's a mistake. Green tea, especially high-quality sencha, contains a compound called egg epigallocatechin gallate. Egg activates a biochemical pathway in your blood vessels that increases nitric oxide production, helping arteries widen and restoring healthy blood flow, especially in the pelvic region. Here's the science. Egg stimulates the Pi3K pathway, which gets your body's own endothelial nitric oxide synthase NOs working again. That means more blood reaches those lower areas with less resistance, less pressure, and more reliability. And it works quickly. One clinical study found that a single cup of green tea improved flow-mediated dilation, the ability of arteries to expand by up to 30% in just 2 hours. Compared to black tea or energy drinks, green tea preserves more of its catechins, the active compounds that protect nitric oxide from breaking down and fight oxidative stress. So if you're already starting your day with black beans and oatmeal, adding a cup of green tea in the morning or swapping a sugary afternoon drink for it could be the step that takes your blood flow to the next level. And in case you're wondering, Archie still drinks his sencha every single day, not because he has to, but because it works. In clinical studies with men who had serious vascular issues, a daily 300 milligrams dose of egg improved blood flow to the pelvic region significantly. Archie even had proof after 6 weeks of daily green tea. His follow-up ultrasound showed an 18% improvement in cavernosal peak systolic velocity, the speed at which blood flows into the penile arteries. For context, even a 10% improvement can boost performance and confidence. Archie nearly doubled that without pills or side effects. If you're ready to make green tea part of your routine, here's how to do it right. Don't overheat it. Use loose leaf sencha about 2 grams per cup and steep it in water at around 80 C175F for 3 minutes. Boiling water or longer steeping can destroy the catechins your arteries need. Timing matters. Drink a cup in the morning to set nitric oxide levels for the day. If intimacy is planned, have a second cup about an hour beforehand. This triggers a short-term vasodilation effect, so vessels open more easily when you need them to. Boost absorption. Add a squeeze of lemon. Vitamin C can triple catechin absorption, meaning more nitric oxide and better circulation without adding sugar or calories. A quick note: more isn't always better. Stick to under 5 cups a day. Very high doses of egg, especially from concentrated supplements, can strain the liver, particularly if you're on cholesterol-lowering drugs like statins. If you take medications such as sildenafil, space your green tea at least 2 hours apart to avoid interactions. In the next section, we'll bring all 3 of these circulation-boosting foods together into one simple, realistic daily plan you can follow. No guesswork, no overwhelm, so you can start feeling results in weeks, not months. We've just seen how green tea can open your arteries, protect nitric oxide, and restore blood flow, especially to the areas where it matters most. Now, let's talk about one simple breakfast addition that can multiply those effects and keep your testosterone, energy, and stamina steady throughout the day. Green tea's catechins can interact with liver enzymes that help process certain medications. That's why spacing your tea at least 2 hours from drugs like statins or sildenafil keeps everything working smoothly. Some men also ask if green tea lowers testosterone. The answer is, only at extremely high doses, far beyond what you'd ever drink. Even then, the effect is minor and temporary. For most men, the circulation benefits far outweigh any hormonal shifts. Every sip of green tea is like rewriting your vascular script, bringing smoother blood flow, more flexible arteries, a calmer heart, and for many men, a quiet but powerful boost in confidence. Now, the next step: add a single handful of blueberries to your morning routine. Think about this. Something small enough to fit in your palm can start widening your arteries before your smartwatch logs its first 500 steps. Within just 2 hours of eating them, blueberries can improve blood vessel function, helping your arteries relax and deliver oxygen-rich blood more efficiently, especially to the areas tied to stamina and intimacy. For men over 60, this kind of natural support is invaluable. You may have heard the pushback: fruit has sugar. That's bad for blood sugar. On the surface, it sounds reasonable, but the reality is very different. A full cup of blueberries has only about 10 grams of natural sugar, less than a single slice of bread. And unlike refined carbs, blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, plant compounds proven to stabilize blood sugar and encourage vasodilation. That means instead of spiking insulin, blueberries actively support your blood vessels. Timing matters. Right after you wake up, your body is in a vulnerable state. Nitric oxide levels are at their lowest, while oxidative stress is high. That combination puts extra strain on your arteries. Blueberries help flip that equation. Their anthocyanins boost nitric oxide production and reduce oxidative stress, making your arteries more flexible and ready to circulate blood where it's needed, particularly in areas that naturally weaken with age. Clinical research backs it up. Eating about 1 cup to 4 g of blueberries can improve flow-mediated dilation (FMD), a measure of artery flexibility, by up to 2%. It may sound small, but in vascular health, even a 1-2 increase in FMD can mean better blood delivery, improved oxygenation, and stronger function in the lower regions linked to energy, intimacy, and overall confidence. And this isn't just a one-off boost. When you eat blueberries regularly, these benefits compound over time. Here's why. Your body turns blueberry anthocyanins into natural metabolites like protocatechuic and vanillic acids. These compounds influence how your genes control vascular tone, regulate inflammation, and keep cells from sticking to artery walls, all crucial for maintaining smooth, unrestricted blood flow. A consistent blueberry habit can also lower systolic blood pressure by 5-7 points, a meaningful drop for anyone managing hypertension or poor circulation. On top of that, nitric oxide levels rise, keeping vessels more responsive and open, ready to deliver blood where you need it most. We've just talked about the incredible, science-backed power of blueberries, how they can open your arteries, lower blood pressure, and bring oxygen-rich blood exactly where you need it. Now, let's see how this plays out in real life and how you can put it into action starting tomorrow morning. Let me give you a real-world example. One of my older patients, a 70-year-old retired engineer, was a former smoker, on daily medication for both blood pressure and performance issues. He wasn't looking for a miracle. He just wanted to feel like himself again. I gave him one small assignment: add a handful of frozen blueberries to plain yogurt 3 mornings a week. That's it. No extreme diet overhaul. No expensive supplements. 6 months later, we measured his brachial artery function again. His flow-mediated dilation (FMD), a key measure of artery flexibility, had doubled from 3% to 6%. That's not just a lab number. It's a physical transformation. He told me, "Doc, I feel more alert. I've got more energy, and yes, I feel more confident in the bedroom." Under his doctor's guidance, he cut his ED medication dose in half. His words? "I feel 10 years younger." Now, you might wonder, is this safe for everyone? For most people, absolutely. Blueberries are naturally low in vitamin K, so they rarely interfere with blood thinners like warfarin. That said, if you're taking any anticoagulant, check with your doctor just to be safe. If you've had kidney stones before, remember that blueberries are higher in oxalates. In that case, stick with half a cup instead of a full one. The goal here isn't to overload, it's to nourish consistently. Here's the big takeaway. Every time you eat a cup of blueberries in the morning, you're helping your circulation in real time. Think of your arteries as early morning highways. Blueberries, flip on the green lights, clear the lanes, and get your blood moving exactly where it's needed. That includes the special routes that power stamina, performance, and self-assurance. It's a small step with a big message. You haven't lost it. Not even close. Sometimes it's the simplest daily habit that turns things around quietly, consistently, powerfully. And the fact that you've made it all the way here tells me something important. You care. You want to take control. You're not someone who's willing to just coast into aging. You're choosing to fight for your vitality. And right now, you have the tools to do it. But here's the truth about tools: they only work when you use them. So here's your challenge. Make breakfast your daily power move. Tomorrow morning, pick one of the 4 foods we covered. Black beans rich in magnesium and L-arginine to relax vessels and improve blood flow. Oatmeal with almond flakes and chia seeds for vascular repair, steady energy, and a nitric oxide boost. Green tea catechins to protect nitric oxide and fight inflammation in delicate tissues. Blueberries anthocyanins to open arteries and fight oxidative stress. Just start with one. Not all 4. Not perfection. Just one. Why breakfast? Because the first hour after waking is prime time for your circulation. Your blood vessels are more receptive, your muscles are ready to absorb nutrients, and your nitric oxide levels need a boost. Skip breakfast or wait until you're starving, and you miss that window. Get it right, and you'll feel the difference. Warmer sensations in your groin, steadier energy in your legs, stronger steps when climbing stairs. Many of my patients report better sexual responsiveness within weeks. Others notice improved sleep, clearer thinking, and a new sense of optimism. I've seen men in their 80s regain ground they thought was gone forever. Here's what over 20 years in men's health has taught me. Aging doesn't steal your strength. It only takes what you stop defending. Too many men surrender belief long before their bodies truly fail. But right now, today, you have the chance to defend what matters. Let's revisit your 4 circulation-boosting foods. 1. Black beans, magnesium, L-arginine, and anthocyanins to relax blood vessels and improve flow. 2. Oatmeal with almond flakes and chia seeds, beta-glucan fiber to clear arteries, omega-3 ALA to reduce stiffness, and minerals for muscle strength. 3. Green tea egg catechins to activate nitric oxide and protect vessel health. 4. Blueberries, anthocyanins and antioxidants to expand arteries, lower blood pressure, and protect your pelvic circulation. Timing is key. Aim to eat one of these foods within 60 minutes of waking to set your circulation, energy, and confidence for the entire day. Here's my final message for you. Reclaim your mornings. Let your fork become your most powerful tool for health. You're still writing your story, and this can be the start of your next chapter. If what you've heard today gave you practical hope, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share this video with a friend who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Health Boost so you never miss strategies that can help you live stronger, longer, and more confidently. Drop a 1 in the comments if you'll try at least one of these foods tomorrow. Drop a 0 if something's unclear, and I'll answer you personally because this community grows stronger when we help each other. Thank you for trusting me with your health today. Take action. Take care. Keep fighting for your vitality. I'm Dr. Nana, and I'll see you in the next video on Senior Health Boost.